12 years have passed since Scott Calvin took on the mantle of Santa Claus and married Carol Newman, who is now a teacher in the North Pole. On Christmas Eve, she tells a group of young elves a story from her life with Scott while expecting their first child. Scott invites his in-laws, Sylvia and Bud Newman, to the North Pole, along with Scott's ex-wife Laura, her husband Neil, their daughter Lucy, and Scott's son Charlie. Meanwhile, he is summoned to a meeting of the Council of Legendary Figures, consisting of Mother Nature, Father Time, the Easter Bunny, Cupid, the Tooth Fairy, and the Sandman, concerning the behavior of Jack Frost, who is jealous that he has no holiday or special occasion in his honor. Because he has been promoting himself during the Christmas season, Mother Nature suggests sanctions against him. As Scott is attempting to get the in-laws to come without revealing that he is Santa, Jack Frost negotiates a light sentence of community service at the North Pole, helping Scott and the elves put up various Canadian-themed paraphernalia. As Carol's parents believe Scott is a toy maker in Canada, Scott consents. However, Frost's ultimate goal is to trick Santa into renouncing his position. When now head elf Curtis inadvertently reveals the escape clause, Frost sneaks into the Hall of Snow Globes and steals Scott's one containing Scott as Santa. If Scott holds the globe and wishes to have never been Santa at all, he will go back in time and undo his career as Santa. When Lucy discovers this, Frost freezes her parents and locks her in a closet. He then orchestrates situations that make Scott think he must resign to make things better. Frost tricks Scott into invoking the escape clause and both are sent to Scott's front yard in 1994, when Scott caused the original Santa to fall off his roof and had to replace him. Frost causes the original Santa to fall off the roof and grabs Santa's coat before Scott can. Scott is sent to an alternate 2006, where he has been CEO of his old company for the last 12 years and business takes priority over family. Scott also learns that Laura and Neil divorced and Carol moved away years ago. Scott goes to find Lucy and Neil, who are vacationing at the North Pole, which Frost has turned into a theme park. Christmas is now Frostmas. The elves are miserable. The reindeer are confined to a petting zoo, and parents can pay for their kids to be placed on the nice list. Scott finds Lucy and questions Neil about Laura. He states that Scott's workaholic absence in Charlie's life put all the pressure on Neil, and Charlie didn't want him to be his father, causing the divorce between him and Laura. Scott confronts Frost and causes a distraction, and convinces Lucy to steal Frost's snow globe for him. Lucy throws the snow globe to Scott, but Frost catches it. Scott plays a recording of Frost saying, "I wish I'd never been Santa at all," from a novelty North Pole pen Frost gave him earlier, invoking the escape clause, sending both Scott and Frost back to 1994. Scott restrains Jack long enough to let his 1994 counterpart get the coat, making him Santa Claus again, sending both back to the present in the original timeline. Scott reconciles with his family and Jack is arrested by elf police. He reveals he cannot unfreeze his victims unless he unfreezes himself, something he says he'll never do. Scott convinces Lucy via a snow globe he had given her earlier of her warmly hugging a snowman, to give Frost a magic hug to unfreeze and reform him. It works. Laura and Neil unfreeze and Frost becomes a new person. The Canada ruse is dropped and Scott appears as Santa to Carol's parents. With 2 hours remaining before Santa must leave for his Christmas deliveries, Carol goes into labor. Months later, while Carol is telling the tale to her students, Scott walks in to reveal their son, Buddy Claus.